It's me, Sushreeya, and today we are going to be talking about an excellent topic with you friends. So, once again, I'm back to talk with you about so many topics, and today might be one of my favorites. It's weathering and erosion. Now, weathering and erosion. Erosion is of one form, but weathering is of two forms. The two forms are of the physical weathering, where it's the basic building of where rocks break down. Now, the second one is where chemicals go. And in the chemicals, there's oxidation and rust. And because of chemicals, rocks or things get chemicalized or oxidized. So first, let's talk about the physical weathering, okay? What is physical weathering? Well, this rock was once part of a big boulder. And I bet one day this will get scratched and scratched because of wind is one, then water, ice, and just so you know, even trees can break rocks. They can make them rock fragments. And also because of people, old ice, or animals. How do all these things make a rock fragment? Now this rock fragment, how did it happen? Let's talk about water. How did it become into water? Well, water is a pretty simple way. The water can be ice. Ice is a form of water. So, in both of those ways, let's say we're at the beach. There's a big boulder. Even just these tiny sips of water can make a small crack of a big boulder. Well, how? If there are tiny, tiny specks on the rock, of course the water will stay and make its shape. Soon it will try to peck through the rock. And once it will become ice, well then what happens? After it has become ice, the ice will expand not only upwards, because why does it, well, first of all, this seems pretty confusing. Water into ice, you experience that ice has a little more volume, right? But because it has more volume, and because of the volume in ice is greater than the volume in water. And because of this, we see so that the ice has not only gone outwards this way, which means horizontally, but it also has gone vertically. So why? So let's say you have an experiment, okay? I'm going to do this experiment. I don't have the materials because it's kind of a little risky and you can get cuts easily, but I'll tell you and you must want to try it. You have a measuring cup. Make sure it is plastic, not glass. You have the measuring cup and you pour water up to the top mark or the top level. Now keep that in a freezer for several hours. What do you notice? It has become ice. Well, that's obviously no, but that's not the only thing that has happened. The thing that happened is that the ice is not at that level anymore because of the volume. The ice has expanded and is a little more than the mark of the very top level, but not only because it goes outwards. That means it has also cracked the plastic measuring cup or something, right? Now let us talk about the chemical weathering, okay? This is my exciting part and I always wanted to talk to you about chemical weathering, okay? There is something called oxidation. Well, what is oxidation? So, I have a screw, right? You see how shiny it is, right? Now, keep something ironed in water or something that can make it rust. A dark reddish chemical or substance that makes it look reddish. I have a digger. It's a garden digger. Now, you can see all these tiny little specks of red stuff, right? This is rusted, and this is sharpened. Now, take a potion. I'll take this potion, and I'll compare it to the shiny screw. You can tell a perfect difference because this is oxidized. Now, other rocks like that can also happen in another way. The form is called erosion. Now, what is it about erosion? Remember I said water and all those stuff? There is another, but is rust the only way and it being oxidized to only be the only way to have it fixed and have it kind of oxidized? No. There is an erosion chemical called lichen. Well, what is lichen, friends? What is lichen? Lichen is a substance that can dissolve rock, or it can take away chunks, plus eat it. So this chemical, so that's why people put a lichen spray on oil serves, so it doesn't, and so the rock doesn't get chemicalized and the land doesn't get chemicalized. This tiny lichen will be able to eat away these chunks of rock. So if this is and also it might not always eat away the chunks. But let's say this was spiky and it had so many spikes on it, but it wasn't nice, round, and smooth like this, wasn't it? It had spiky edges like my tiger here. Now, if I put lichen only on the spiky edges, what would happen? It would make it into the smooth rock that kind of is now smooth and round. But why does that happen? Because remember, lichen is a substance that will eat away rock. So if I spray lichen on it would eat away this rock. Okay? So this is what I wanted to talk. Let's take a quick review now, okay? What is physical weathering? The basic way of rocks breaking down by 6 ways: ice, water, wind or air, people, trees, and animals. What is chemical weathering? Chemical weathering is a way rocks break down, but only in a special way, chemicalized or oxidized, which means that it can be rusted or oxidized, or it can use carbonic acid to make it chemicalized. Now, what is erosion? Erosion is the basic way that can break rocks apart. So this part of a boulder, and then that boulder that this was on was broken, and it was made into this pebble. And if I throw it or take it somewhere else, or throw it in a lake, the water, air, or something that I said will make it be into sand, or maybe the tiniest particle of rock called clay. Okay? So this is what I wanted to talk about, weathering and erosion. Okay? So always remember, rocks can always change every second. Okay? Have a good day. See you soon. Bye, friends.